Hey Gemini, I'm Lisa-Issa and welcome to Charmed Lithomancy. Here is your reading for the week of January 25th, 2021. So Gemini, we're going to start off with your center stone card. The center stone card for Gemini. All right. Okay, universe, what do you have for Gemini? Okay, Gemini, your first card, your center stone card, is the Manifest card. That's a pretty auspicious card to start off with, I must say. And now we need two more cards. Well, now, that's one of your cards. Oh, you need two more charm cards. Well, one more. Okay. All right. This is your second card. Wow. The school bus in the upright position. So this is not the school bus's first rodeo today. Let's see what your first card was or is. It's the heart card, Gemini. The heart card. So, let's see here. So you start off with the Manifest card. So the Manifest Stone card is, when it shows up in a reading, it is the universe's way to remind us that we are co-creators with Spirit. And the way I like to look at it, some of you all may have heard me say this quite a few times. It is, I look at it as the trifecta, and I see it, with the 3 points, and I look at it, so when we're creating, when there's something that we'd like to create on the physical plane, I see it as using the divine masculine energy and the divine feminine energy. The divine masculine energy is very external, is outwards energy, is the doing action energy, and the divine feminine energy is more of an internal energy, or even if it's not so much internal per se, it's not something that most people would notice that you're doing. So if you're looking for a car, you may go and you may speak to coworkers or family members, and so it's that's very masculine in the way of that it's action, it's outward, it's external way. You may go to a dealership, walk around and look at cars. That's very external. The internal way may be that you may do prayer, meditation, visualization. You may even do a vision board, which a vision board is more external, but not everyone will know that you're doing a vision board if you don't tell them. If someone came up to your house, although, we're not doing that so much at the moment, but if somebody came over to your home, they wouldn't necessarily know that you have a vision board about bringing in a car, because, it's not going to, you're not going to set it out in the living room, as if it were a masterpiece. I don't think so. So when I talk about divine masculine energy and things that you do in divine feminine, that's what I'm speaking of. And then the third, or what I like to say as the top point, is the universe. So we do our due diligence. We do our part of the manifesting, and then we turn it over to Spirit to then do all of the coordinating for us. We just need to be open and ready and do what comes up for us to do in the 3D world here. So, and the Manifest Stone also speaks about things being reciprocal, and it's like the give and take, or when you put a lot of work into creating something, A lot of times people might not necessarily know all the things that you are doing behind the scenes. And when they see you a year later, say you're trying to lose weight, and they see you 6 months later and you're slim and trim and you're all cut because you've been working out, they may see your glory, but they don't know your backstory. They don't know that those muscles came from, you really getting in there and rolling your sleeves up and, working it out. So it's that how things are reciprocal, for the work we put in, there is a reward for that, whether it is the divine masculine way or the divine feminine way, that energy. So that's your center stone card. Your first charm card is the heart. So the heart charm card, it can be romantic and it also can be platonic. This one is a little either way. But if it is platonic, it is the love of a person, place, or thing. I usually think of it as a passion project or your entrepreneurial project. If it's a platonic, if it's romantic, you got to know how that works. The heart represents a romantic area in your life. And your last charm card is the school bus. And Gemini, Taurus's reading was quite similar. It's so funny how every week the universe, there's certain cards that come out, or the reading seems so similar. And I always feel like it's like that collective message for anyone who comes to listen to this channel. It is in our collective energies. So the school bus is one of those cards that's already shown up today. And the school bus can speak of travel and transportation. It can also speak of spiritual growth. It could be higher learning. And so when I look at these three cards together, it feels as if the thing that you're trying to create, it feels as if it's a passion project or a entrepreneurial project. That's what the manifest and the heartstone say. And the bus says that you may need to receive or seek out additional learning or additional skills if you feel like you're needing a little more assistance with the bringing that thing into fruition. It says higher learning, but what comes to me is mentor or support. What is it? Not a support team, but it'll come to me. I'm going to go on, but it'll come to me. So that you'll either need, that you may need a mentor or someone, because it's a higher learning. It may be someone who has already gone down that road, and that's like the bus too, like the someone who's already gone down that path before you, and that person can help you maybe avoid some of the potholes. How maybe you're giving somebody a ride and you're taking them home, and all of a sudden they say, oh, watch out when you take this turn, be careful because there's a orange cone. They're working on the street right here, so be careful before you take that turn. So you may want to seek out someone who can assist you, even if their work is not exactly like yours. If you feel like it's close enough, or you feel like you really trust their advice, or they have proven over the years to be really good in business or really good with something that you may be struggling with, the cards are inviting you to reach out and seek out those people. And I'm still that word that I'm looking for, accountability partner. There you go. So you may need to, or you may benefit from finding an accountability partner for your passion project, your entrepreneurial project, to help you. There we go with the bus again. Stay on the right road, stay focused, stay moving, And if it really feels platonic, but if it is romantic, if it's romantic, what I'm hearing is use a lot more of that divine feminine energy, the connecting with your universal support team, and that's your angels, guides, ancestors, masters, teachers, and loved ones, all those beings of light who are here to support you. Spend time with them, getting clear on what it is or who it is, or the type of person that you'd like to bring in. Get really clear. And so, that's really what I heard. And it's kind of like goes with the higher learning and getting a mentor if it's a passion project or entrepreneurial project. So if it's a love or romantic type of situation, your mentor is like your universal support team. So go to them. And sometimes we feel like we're being held back, or we can't find that divine right person. And sometimes it's that we need to clear out that old baggage and ways of thinking from the past and our other former relationships. And so what I'm hearing is go to your universal support team, that higher learning group, and tell them about your heartbreak and ask, what can you do to help if you do have any heartbreak? And also write it down, a journal. Like when you receive hits, a lot of times we receive information and we're in the process of doing something, we're moving, and we don't write it down. We hear it, we get it, but we really don't acknowledge it. And so a week later, a month later, you say, but I never got anything and I don't know what to do, when we have received the information, but we really didn't quite pay attention to it. I feel like that's coming up as well. And so the part of the manifesting of that partner is it's kind of like going and doing your inner work, your internal work. As I say, it's an inside job. However, I feel it is also for you to work with your universal support team. Another thing to do is to journal. Journal your thoughts, your feelings, your hurts. And I think I'm going to put a link. There's a young lady, I cannot remember her name, but she said that journaling has really healed her. And she has quite a few videos on here on YouTube. So I'm going to make sure I put a link, and maybe you can find something if it's a heartbreak or something of that nature that you feel is keeping you from being open to a romantic love. So, Gemini, bottom line here is seek out universal support team. You also accountability partner and mentor. And that is a part of your co-creating, because the manifest stone card says to remember you are co-created with spirit. And here on 3D plane, we do have other resources that are here to assist us. So avail yourself to those people, and don't feel so like you need to be isolated, So reach out. All right, Gemini, I hope you found something useful in this reading. I look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, shine bright and namaste.